Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the solar system series known as Cancer in the Closet, where I talk about the Cancer alignments in my comfortable space, which is, unfortunately, the closet. But, all jokes aside, let's get to it, you know what I'm saying? So, let's talk about Venus a little bit, right? Venus, we've all heard the Greek, Roman, or any adjacent, ancient society story where they break down this energy of this, loving, appreciating, and, highly valuing and wanting to relate to others and just trying to be the most Piscean loving type of planet it can really be, and all these stories are about the planets and their vibrations and the influences that they carry on our world. And they got to break down these star influences and vibrations into a form that you can understand, so they kind of turn it into a man, you know what I'm saying, or a woman. So basically, or in a god or goddess story, so you can understand these stories for yourself. But over time, people always forget that you got to be like, oh, you got to remind them of the vibrational aspect. So then people end up thinking these god-like creatures are really man, and they shape them after man and man form, and it's like you're turning Starman into a man. And even saying Starman is going against it a little bit, because it's not a man, it's a fucking vibration, and it's in a celestial body. So why the fuck are you trying to do this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself and into another video, as a lot of people might say. But anyways, let's talk about Cancer a little bit. So Cancer was born from the fourth house. The fourth house deals with your home, domestic, family life, and if you ever heard the phrase "home is where the heart is," this can basically shows you where you actually engage with this area of life that gave birth to the Cancer stars. This area of life is whatever vibration you feel most comfortable at, to where you can either rest, relax, do some work if you want to. If you got to work out, if you got to stretch it out, if you got to do whatever, you can do it at home, man. And this is, you basically, you decide this for yourself, because home is where the heart is. It's wherever you feel those those Venus-like feelings of love, appreciation, values, where you can relay that to others and then relate it to yourself, and just be calm, cool, collected, and just relax, man. Just chill the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? And, moving on a little bit, let's talk about the planets that have significant influence with Cancer, right? So Cancer is exalted in Jupiter. It's ruled by the moon. It doesn't fall. It's away in Saturn, and then it falls in Mars, which is kind of its opposing sign's exaltation, you know what I'm saying? It's opposing sign of Capricorn. But anyways, with this going on, oh right, the modality and element. So the modality and element of Cancer is cardinal water, which you can interpret as initiating, creating new or different ways of how to, feel and add emotion to things, right? Some people say emotionalizing or water, the feeler, but emotions are kind of emotions are giving a definition to a feeling, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So moving on, let's talk about a little bit of these traits, right? So Cancer, cardinal water, initiating, creating new ways of how to feel and add emotion to things, layered over Venus, the planet of love, appreciation, and values, right? So if we do the math with that one, the astrological math, we get Venus and Cancer, Venus and Cancer, Venus and Cancer. What does this do? So this means they basically care a lot about how they feel. They care about feeling that homely feeling. They care about relating that feeling to others. And they they love, appreciate, and value just caring in general, right? So how does this play out? So if these people love, appreciate, and value the whole concept of feelings and just caring, right? These people will love to freaking just relate to you and talk to you all day about I shouldn't say your feelings yet. They will they'll segue into talking about your feelings, but it'll usually start by talking about their feelings, because they want to initiate it. They have to start it out. They have to be the ones oh, I feel this today. Oh, I feel that today. And these people will be the parents of the group, if they're a woman, they'll be a very mom type of person that takes that parental authority and just goes, oh, da, 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 da. And then if they're a more fatherly type of person that's will like to be nurturing and care about your feelings and stuff, they may come at you with more of a tough love aspect, you know what I'm saying? These are to take a crazy example and expand really far. I don't know if you guys ever seen Empire or whatever, but long story short, fair warning, this will be a spoiler alert. But these these will be the type of people that like, oh, I didn't like you being with that man. You shouldn't have been selling drugs for him to work on his dreams. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tipped the police off so that you would stop this shit. And then, next thing you know, she ended up going to jail for 17 years. And like, it's just kind of like, that's just a tough love situation. Like, she was just being like, oh, you shouldn't be in that relationship, so I'm going to put you in timeout, And then it's like, oh, I didn't think you would have been stupid enough to actually take the fall for it. Why'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of like a Venus and Cancer energy to an extreme, if Jupiter got a little bit of hold of it, you know what I'm saying? Jupiter's the planet of expansion through experience, and that's definitely expanding one way through experience, you know what I'm saying? And these people, so like I said, they may be like a type of like tough love character that like puts you in your place from time to time when they feel it's necessary, but it's like, you have to remember, to them, it comes from a place of them truly caring about you. You feel what I'm saying in a way? Like they're not gonna do anything out of like pure malice or like hate in their heart. They just, you have to remember, Cancer feels so strongly and they create their own feelings. This is why they can't like hold back and brood on like the perfect time, kind of like a Scorpio would, and just, excuse me a moment, and just like wait till it's like the perfect time to sting you. You know what I'm saying? Like these people feel so strongly it's in the here and now, like obviously like the situation I just described where it was like a setup or a tip off may have been a little extra time in the here and now, but it was probably killing them in the here and now. So they actually wanted to do something that resulted in you getting that tough love so you would stop doing what you're doing because they cared. Remember, they care. Now moving back to them, wanting to relate their feelings and stuff. These people, they'll like, if they're like walking around and they see you like trying to put on like a face of it's just like, you had some bullshit happen to you. Say they're going to see like the partner of whoever got like locked up in jail right from them tipping them off. If they like saw them trying to keep on a straight face of like, it's like, oh, hey, how you doing today? Oh, hey, how you doing today? And they're just seeing you like, I'm doing okay. Like, it may, like, the person reacting to that, that's, like, pretty obvious. I think anyone, like, if they saw someone, like, kind of tearing up and trying to keep a straight face, they would ask what's wrong. But, for example purposes, a Cancer is, like, kind of able to see this on a deeper level with everyone because they understand it for themselves. If they were to see someone just, like, feeling bad like that, they would, like, walk up to them and they would want to, like, they would want to relate and, like, communicate and, like, find some, like, they care about how you feel. They don't want anybody to feel like that. They want everybody to be in that, like, home is where the heart is space. They want everybody to feel like they're, like, comfortable at home. Unless they don't like them, then they'll be like, oh, I put all this work into you, and they're gonna snap back. Cancer's always got that snapback, you know what I'm saying? Like not the type of hat, man. It's not that type of snapback, man. It ain't gonna attempt, it's not an attempt to make you look fresh. It's an attempt to, snap your ass back into place, but, anyways, back onto the whole relating to your emotion type of things. These people, this is like the alignment of like sympathy or empathy in a way, because they want to, like I said, they want to relate over your feelings, and since they like relate to themselves over their feelings, they have a very high like repertoire and emotional intelligence of what's going on. So if they see that you're in pain behind the veil that you wear, then they're gonna want to bring that at you and talk about that, because they're just like, bro, this ain't you. This is, I can see from a mile away that you don't feel as though you're at home and you're comfortable with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be all like, yo, man, what's going on? What happened? And then you'll just feel like, oh, this person gets me. They caught me. I can't keep up a shell. And depending on the other person's alignments that has that feeling going on, they'll be like, oh, damn, I can't keep up this shell. I just might as well melt and just tell this person. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and then, like, they eventually will spill their guts, and the Cancer will, like, they'll console you, they'll be there for you, they'll care about you. And, like, honestly, like, no matter what the shape and form they take, them just, like, being in that energy of, like, caring about you will probably make you feel better and get it off your chest. You may not be the type of person that, like, likes to just give off your whole emotional state and, like, show your hand and, like, just, like, be vulnerable. But, like, the reason why you gave into, like, their empathetic leanings is because they actually showed that they cared, and they have the genuine energy of them actually caring. So, like, just because you don't want to and you feel like it's not the proper place and time to relate this, that doesn't mean that it's like it's like they're coming with any malice intent. You know what I'm saying? Like, these Cancer people care about you, and they will get that across, and they will help you through these emotions and actually bring out what you need to bring out. Anyways, that's Venus and Cancer for you. So let's run down the alignments that led up to this description. You know what I'm saying? So Venus in Cancer, the planet of love, appreciation, values, being pushed through the layer of Cancer, which is born from the 4th house. It's cardinal water, initiating, creating new ways of how to feel and add emotion to things. And then it is exalted in Jupiter. It's ruled by the moon. It is away or at work in Saturn, and then it is fallen in Mars. Anyways, thanks for watching. No, I don't want to do it. All right, I'm gonna do it. Like and subscribe.